Hi, my name is Deborah Henney. I'm a wife, author, mother, speaker. Today I'm going to release a prophetic word entitled Go Forth with Rejoicing. Now, the verse that I felt really went with this was Isaiah 55:12, and it says, "For you will go out with joy and be led in peace. The mountains and the hills will break into shouts of joy before you, and all the trees of the field will clap their hands." And this, as growing up in the church, was a song that I used to sing. And this song just has been going through my spirit over and over and over again. Very recently, even though I received this word, started to get it on the 27th of May, and it came more fully on the 11th of June. But just in the last week or week and a half, this word has again been just resonating so powerfully in my spirit. And what I felt the Lord say back in June was, I have said that I am pouring out joy, and yes, I am. In the midst of trials and tribulations, I am pouring out my joy to strengthen and fortify my people and even to heal. So go forth in rejoicing, though the pressure is great. Go forth in rejoicing, though the pain is still felt. Go forth in rejoicing and praise. Go forth in rejoicing in my strength as I sustain you and lead you into my promises. Rejoicing will release the joy, will release my power, will release promise. Strongholds will crumble before the shouts of rejoicing of my people. Mountains of impossibility and hills of challenges will fracture and collapse as my shalom peace goes before my people. My peace will both guide and guard. My peace will both level and balance. My peace will both encircle and release. So look and see my face before you, and hear my song of rejoicing over you. Taste my goodness given to you. Smell my fragrance around you. Feel my love for you. Receive the promise. Receive through faith, through trust, through faithful perseverance, and I will open up new spiritual senses for some and heightened sensitivity and discernment for others. Yes, I will open up new avenues, new channels, new senses. Yes, it will be a work of peace that will release wholeness and restoration, but I am calling my people to rejoice. This is a time of rejoicing, not worry, anxiety, or fear. This is a time of rejoicing, not anger. This is a time of rejoicing, not defeat. It is going forth in rejoicing that will cause an outpouring of joy that will bring power and healing. Go forth in rejoicing. And this is so powerful. God is saying that he is going to release new senses to people. So if somebody's already operating prophetically, in a sense, maybe it's you get a feeling in your body of something, a physical illness or a malady that is affecting somebody else, and God is calling forth that healing for that person. Look for something new. Look for him to open up another sense. Maybe it's seeing, maybe it's hearing. He talks about tasting. I've tasted things in the spirit. He talks about smelling. I personally have not smelled things in the spirit yet, but I have known other people who smell things in the spirit, whether it's from God or from the enemy. But he's talking about releasing new prophetic senses. So be on the alert, press in for it, receive it in faith, and see what God has for you if you already operate prophetically. And if you don't, look for him to open up your senses to hear his voice, and to go forth with that. He talks about receiving new channels, new avenues. So again, opening up new seasons. I've been really sensing this and feeling this for a lot of people, that he's positioning people and he's getting ready to release them. But what he's saying is, there's turbulence in the transition is like a catchphrase that he's been really putting in my spirit lately. There's a lot of turbulence in the transition. It can really rock. The pressure can be great, but he says don't get distracted by that, because if you get distracted by that, you'll miss your promise. But what he's saying here is the key strategy is to rejoice. Rejoice in God your Father. Don't get distracted by the turbulence. Don't get distracted by the pressure or even pain, because, the enemy is going to come forth with an onslaught to keep you from walking in your destiny, to keep you from walking in the promises of God, to keep you from moving into this new season. But what you need to do is to press forward in faith and maintain a posture of rejoicing. God says it's the rejoicing that will cause the mountains. How did he word it in this word? Let's see here. The mountains of impossibility and the hills of challenges. It's the rejoicing that's gonna break that. It's gonna crumble the strongholds. And that rejoicing will position us more firmly in his peace. And his peace will go before us. It will guide us. It will guard us. And it will release us into what he has for each one of us. I know one thing that he's been really, really putting in my heart very recently, and it's a general word, but it's a good word for anybody at any walk, at any level of walk, I should say, in their walk with Christ. And that is to offense-proof your heart, to offense-proof your mind, to offense-proof your home. Because offense is something, we have emotional reactions to things. And when they're not positive, when they're negative, it's easy to fall into pain and into offense. But that is such a trick, because that is a hook, and that is an area that makes you vulnerable to attack from the enemy. So something that God is really, really, really pressing on me to release is we need to be offense-proofing our homes and our hearts. And a key strategy for that is joy, because if we're joyful, we are not going to be stuck in offense. So rejoicing in God our Father, rejoicing in the goodness of God, and looking to, and as we rejoice in God and look to bless God, it blesses God when we bless others. So even if somebody is coming against us, we can stand firm in blessing them in whatever way is appropriate, even if it's just, in the back room in prayer, to just bless them, because it blesses our Father, to stand firm in blessing. And let God be the one who goes before us. Let God be the one who is our shield. Because if we are going to retreat, or if we're going to attack a person that God loves, then we're trying to be our own shield. But God says he is our shield. He is our banner. He is the one that goes before us, behind us, and surrounds us. So if we're going to let him do that, we need to stand firm in a posture that enables him to do that. And to do that, we need to stand firm in rejoicing in God our Father and blessing all of those around us. Not saying that we're not going to be discerning, but we need to bless. So this was a very timely word, I believe, for a lot of people, that you're in position and you haven't quite been released yet. Hold where you are in rejoicing, in praise, in joy, and in blessing. Offense-proof your heart, offense-proof your home, so the enemy doesn't have an open door for attack. And just see what God does in you and through you, and how he releases you into his plans and purposes for you, for great kingdom impact in your life. Until next time.